Hey, I'm Grant, and welcome to this kind of impromptu little video I wanted to do for the channel. I've always had this kind of inspiration to try new fun, awesome foods and also learn how to make them. And I got super inspired at work today to actually go out and finally use which is probably the best pan in my kitchen. It's this awesome like 12-inch cast iron pan, which I've never used officially. I actually got it for camping because it's really durable and these are awesome, but I never actually went out and learned how to use it. And part of the issue is they have all these crazy things you gotta do to upkeep them. And they always sound way harder than they are. That's why I haven't done it yet, but I want to actually do it tonight. So what I'm going to be attempting to make is this very cool looking recipe I saw over, and I'll link this recipe down below as well as this next video I'm going to mention about seasoning it. It's going to be Brussels sprouts, chicken thighs, lemon and shallots, and then I think a couple other like special sauces all mixed in there. First step is going to be seasoning it, which is like I guess creating this special oil layer where the more and more dishes you cook on it, the denser it gets, and it gives each additional dish more and more flavor. It's gonna take about 2 hours, I think, from now, which kind of sucks because I am already hungry. Okay, so based off that seasoning video, I need unsaturated oil. I got canola oil sticking around, so I'm gonna give that a shot. And essentially what you do, my understanding of this at least, is I'm gonna put a little bit of a coating here, and I'm just supposed to essentially kind of coat this around until the towel basically starts coming up clean. And I gotta do this to like the entire pan. I'm not gonna do it completely efficiently. I think the video literally says you even wanna do like the bottom of the pan and stuff, but I don't know. We'll see. I think I can wait because it's lasted this long, so I'm hoping this works. All right, and I got the oven actually preheating because after this, what I'm supposed to do is I just cook the pan itself at 450 degrees just for I guess like 20-30 minutes. That's why this thing takes so long, is you just have to keep iterating on it over and over. And you only have to do this the first time you get this pan, I guess, but I've never done this, so I'm gonna give it a shot. So I don't actually know what flavor this gives to the pan. I've always been told that part of it is the more and more you cook on it, just the spices and stuff will get kind of cooked in the pan. And I never fully understood that. Like that makes sense if you're making, I guess, like a lot of the same kind of dishes. Like if I'm making, I don't know, enchiladas and then I want to make tacos, that makes sense. But one of the reasons I actually got this was I wanted to make like big, awesome deep dish pizzas. Well, if I'm gonna make this thing with like shallots and garlic and all this other stuff, do I really want that spice to carry over? So then I'm actually putting on my second coat right now. So it's pretty easy. And then I'm gonna go and toss this in and I'll be back in 20 minutes to see if it isn't crazy. Like I heard it's supposed to smoke it up a lot. So that's my main concern, because I have people coming over later. And even though they're not gonna be eating the food, or at least I don't think they are, unless it's really awesome, I'll give them some. I'm afraid that my entire house is going to smell like smoke, and that is a huge turnoff because I actually like to keep a clean house, even though you can't tell it by my kitchen right now. Alright, so first batch is done. So I'm going to take it out, and don't tell anyone, I don't actually have any of those like oven mitts. So what I do have instead is foundry gloves for like blacksmithing. So they work just the same, but don't tell anyone because they look like shit. Okay, yeah, definitely smoky. Smells good though. So here's what it looks like. Basically just glistens. I did actually went back and watched that video, and apparently you're supposed to put it on like really light. So maybe I put it on too thick, but we have to do it like 2 to 3 times, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it one more shot. Okay, so seasoning should be done. I think I'm supposed to do it one more time, but I want to actually get this done before the end of the night because I am hungry and it's like 7:30 and I haven't eaten since like 12. So let's check it out. Oh, it's smoky still. Cool. So basically it gives it like this really nice sheen. I don't think that comes across in the camera at least because my lighting's terrible in here. But now the goal is actually to get started on the recipe. So my understanding of how this works is basically I'm just going to be putting some oil down in the pan and cooking the veggies. What's more important is there's also like this paste you make with it, which is something I've never done anything like that in a recipe before. So I'm going to go make the paste, see how that comes out, and then I'm going to start frying this all up and see how it comes out. Alright, so first improvisation is it calls for garlic in the paste, but it says to get minced garlic but use 3 medium cloves, which my understanding is, I always thought garlic, you know, like the actual thing itself, the plant, that was a clove. It's not true, that's a bulb. The individual little like, I don't know, flower things, leaves, those are cloves. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use 1/2 teaspoon as a medium clove, just because I feel like it's probably better to go under than to go over, so hopefully this works out. Alright, so a little bit of an update. One of the things I had to buy for this was Worcestershire sauce. This is something that I've always heard of, but I had no idea what it was, so I actually kind of want to taste this. I expect it to taste like soy sauce, like really salty, but that's really good. That's actually really good. I mean, I had a really drop. I'm sure if I like had way too much of this, it'd be obvious, but I think I must have had this in like a salad before because it's pretty good. Okay, so as part of this recipe, I guess I had to make this paste, and I don't know if you can see, I was expecting to come out way more pastier. I did try to modify it a little bit because I'm just cooking this mainly for myself and leftovers, and I think this feeds 6 people. So I'm hoping I just didn't fuck this up. I had to stir it like with my teaspoon thing. So I'm gonna try and pour this in a bowl, and now for what probably is the most fun step, just rub all over chicken. So let's do that. All right, so I'm rubbing the chicken, and it's definitely a little bit creepy doing this with my bare hands. I actually have a job, or had a job, where I worked at a Hy-Vee kitchen, which is a grocery store. So this isn't foreign to me. I've made chicken before, but this is way fancier than anything I've done there. It's so cold though. And it doesn't call for it, but actually part of this is the sausage. It's an Italian sausage, and I don't think I meant to season that, and I guess that's because sausage is seasoned anyway. The recipe called for rosemary, and I don't know what that tastes like, and it looks kind of weird putting it in, but it looks way better actually on the chicken. So maybe that's just for presentation. So, okay, now the big part. I'm gonna actually skillet it up. So one of the things is, I actually, since I was seasoning it ahead of time, the pan's hot. So this might be a little hard, but let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so first thing, I need 2 tablespoons olive oil. This makes sense. And I actually got a brush for this because one of the most useful things I learned about if you're trying to bake French fries is put olive oil on them. That's the main reason why. Again, this is hot, so this is like actually jumping on me right now. Well, I can't find my brush, so I'm going to attempt to use paper towel, since that's what I've been doing so far. All I gotta do is spread this, so it's not too big of a deal. Okay, so first things first, I want to put in the Brussels sprouts. I actually forgot to wash these, so I just did right now, so I think this water might have a bad reaction. What about the oils? It didn't say to do anything with these, so I'm hoping they're just as is, just toss them in. That's what I normally do with like asparagus. So, I guess I should just really dump them all in, considering I don't plan on making too many Brussels sprouts otherwise. Okay, let's start with that. Okay, next, I want to go ahead and put in these shallots. I am cooking this in the oven, by the way. It's going to look like I'm doing it on the stovetop, but they're all going in the oven. Might as well toss in a few of these now. Let's do 3. Then the chicken. Oh, this smells good. I'm going to be really disappointed. Like, the longer this is taking, the more buildup I'm getting. So this better be amazing. Like, I'm so afraid that I'm gonna do all this and then it's gonna come out like inedible. Inevitable. Inedible, that's the word. So it gets that in there. Then we got our sausage. I know nothing about sausage. In fact, I never really eat sausage like for breakfast and stuff. Just because, like, I don't know, I got some kind of reaction to it where it just like upsets my stomach, which is too bad because sausage can be amazing. I don't know what's specific to Italian sausage, but I'm going to go ahead and chop these up into like 2-inch chunks and then toss them in. Chopping his sausages just off here. I don't actually know what knife. I'm going to use this. I was trying to use a giant serrated one. Oh, that works so much better. Because like they have a skin on them because they're sausage and that's kind of tearing. So I don't want to crush them, but then these, ow, the serrated knife just gets stuck. I hope that guy was on camera. Oh, it's just off screen. I totally just poked my hand in this fucking handle. Which there is a cover for the handle, but I don't know if you're supposed to leave that on. I think it can go in the oven, but I don't want to. I want to double check that before I wreck the only handle that fits it. So cool, let's get some of this sausage in. Wow, this really fills the pan way more than I was expecting. I didn't know how much food I was buying. Definitely this is not going to be all mine. So let's go with that giant one right there. There. And this is something not covered in the recipe, but someone recommended, is just basically putting a little bit more of this sauce that you have extra on like the sausage and the chicken. So I'm gonna get all that in there as best I can. And I'm gonna cook this. I think it's 450 degrees for like 20-30 minutes, and we're gonna see how it comes out. Meantime, I'm gonna clean as much as I can. It's something I'm always very personal about, is just cleaning while you cook. Cool. See you in a little bit. Okay, moment of truth here. That was hot. Oh yeah. I don't think this comes across well in the camera. I'm gonna add another photo, but this looks delicious.